Another video, and today we're gonna go on to part 2 of the momentum strategy. But yeah, welcome back to Josh Traders. Yeah, this is part 2, and you see on the screen it says momentum strategy half of part 2. So there's in today's video we're gonna learn about entry, and there's a lot of information you need to know. And I did recover this in one video. I did post it yesterday, the video of all information you need to know, but that was a long video and I don't want you to get overstimulated with a bunch of information. So in today's video we're gonna only cover half of the entry, and in the next video we're gonna cover the other half. But yeah, let's cover this. Let's try to gain the information of half and of how to enter on the momentum strategy. Let's go. Alright, it's now entry is knowing when to buy. So obviously you know to buy when the stock is making a big momentum move and then a short pullback, which gives us a signal that our strategy is coming, and so we get ready to buy on the first candle to make a new high. We already know that we buy on the pullback. We already know on the first part we know what stocks to buy. Now we need to know when to buy them. What time when we're looking at the stock, we need to know when to buy, and that is the pullback. So we wait until a big momentum, like I said, make a big momentum move, makes a big momentum, and then we wait for a short pullback like this, and then in that short pullback gives us a signal that our strategy is coming in. So we get ready to buy on the first candle to make a new high. You see right here. Now you can either buy on the candle to break the previous red candle, or you wait until the candle that breaks the high. So this is the high that was formed. Well, the low high, because a new high was formed. But you wait until this high right here was broken by this candle, and that's when you enter and buy. And you can set your stop loss at the bottom of the red candle, so you can have a safe area. So when it breaks and you buy at this area, you can it won't, since it's a pullback, it won't genuinely come back to this area unless it's not a pullback. But that's why I'm going to teach you with the entries, so you know that it is a pullback and you won't get faked out. But if you buy right here, it is like way more riskier because you're way more closer to the stop loss. But once you become like a veteran, more experienced, you can enter at those opportunities. But if you're beginning, then I recommend right here. I've been trading for 2 years, and I still trade at this level. So yeah, that is why I stick right here. But let's continue. Alright, now we need to know these multiple confirmations. You can't just get in the break of a new high on a pullback, because fake outs, like I said, are a thing and the market isn't that predictable. So to counter this, we need multiple confirmations. Now, what are those multiple confirmations? Number one, we have do only the first and second pullback. You can at the third pullback, but it's risky. I'm gonna get into that soon. Number two is the first candle to go green. 3 has to break the new higher high. 4, green on the tape. Big bid sizes on level 2. Now these first 5 are what are we gonna get into in this video. But in the next video we're gonna go into number 6, price moving up quickly. Multiple confirmation must line up. Low volume on red candles, high volume on green candles. Less than 9 less than 3 red candles on the pullback, and number 10, pullback is less than a 50% on the move. But let's get on to the first 5. Now, what I mean when I say do only the first and second pullback. Now, a pullback can occur at any time, but the more time it happens, the riskier it gets every time. So the first and second are generally safe, while you can enter at the third or fourth and etc. or fifth or whatever, it gets riskier over time. So that is why you can either just trade in the first and the second pullback, or you lower your buying power with each pullback you see and buy. So you can see right here, there's 3 pullbacks in this chart. Now, you have the first pullback. It's not right here, by the way. I accidentally put it right here, but you have the first pullback, the second pullback, and the third pullback. You can see that the third pullback was generous, like the most profitable. But like I said, with every pullback that happens, it gets riskier and riskier, because there's 4 things that can happen in a pullback, and I'm gonna get onto that right now. But that is why you generally like to play it safe and do only the first and 2. But like I said, if you continue to see more pullbacks, I recommend lowering your buying power. So what I do is, instead of buying 1,000 on a third pullback, I'll lower my buying power and only buy 500 shares of stock, or 300, or less just anything less than 500. I'm a 50% half, so I don't risk my profits I already won on the first or second or the second pullback. Now, the first candle to go green. This tells me that the pullback is starting to happen. Now, when I see a red candle or whatever candles or however many candles are formed, I wait until the first green candle to be formed. This tells me that the pullback is starting to happen. So you don't buy on the when a candle is forming. You buy when a candle is formed. When a candle when you first see that green candle, you gotta wait until the first candle to go green. Number two, oh sorry, number three has to break the new higher high. So these are what makes a pullback. This confirmation what makes a pullback. So you can see right here, this blue line right here, this green candle was formed or is forming is at 44 seconds, but actually this is a minute chart, so it's at 16 seconds, but whatever. But you can see that it did break the higher high. So once the red candle was formed right here, a higher high was formed, and it broke that higher high, making a new higher high, and this will now become the low high, or sorry, a high low. Yeah, a high low. And you can see this represented in the 15 seconds as well by this line being broken right here. Actually, I think it would be this line actually. Yeah, I miscalculated because that's too close. Yeah, sorry, it would be this line. But still, you know what I mean? Yeah, it would be this line, and it broke the new higher high, forming a new higher high, and this would be the high low. But still. Number four is green on the tape. Now, I told you what a tape is. A tape is a time in sales. This tells you the exact time and how many shares and what price the person bought at that exact moment. So I have my time in sales at this right here, this little window right here. And this green on the tape or time in sales tells me that there's a lot of people that are currently buying and causing momentum that I can ride. So as you can see, I bought at $11.41 because I saw green on the tape. You can see this whole window is covered in green. I highlighted in yellow, but you can still see the green. You can see that this whole window is covered in green. That means people are buying. And if people are buying, this causes the stock to go up, causing momentum so that I can ride on that momentum and win some money. And the last one for today is big bid sizes on level 2. Now this tells me that the price is most likely to go up since this tells me that the buyers are winning and so the market is bullish. So I'm gonna go into break it down right here. So this is the level 2. On the level 2 you have the volume of the bid sizes and the volume of the ask. As you can see in big numbers right here, the big chunks, you can see that a person is willing to buy 5,000 shares at $11.25. This tells me that there's a lot of buying power. There's a lot more power than the sellers. There's a lot more bid power than the ask. So this causes the stock to go up since there's a lot more volume on the bid size, so that people are willing to buy more and more and more. You can see right here, this is like a mountain while this is like a bit of a hill. So this is overtaking. You can see on this line, see how much space there is. This is overtaking the ask size, causing it to go way up. You can see on other points right here, someone's willing to buy 6,000 at $11.15. So this can also be helpful to know what price the price is going to bounce. So if the stock was ever willing to go down to $11.25, there will be a buyer already willing to buy 5,000 shares. It will go out just like that. And there's even more support next to it with someone willing to buy 2,000 shares at $11.23. And as you can see, this overtakes the act size. You can see yes 2,000, but you don't see 5,000 or 6,000 like right here. 6,000 at $11.15 versus the 47 someone's willing to buy at $11.63. This is not powerful enough. This selling power is not powerful enough to beat the buying power. So the buying power will be winning and causing the stock to go up. But yeah, that is I guess all for today. This is only the first half of the entry of how to enter in your trades. Now there is 5 more, but I don't want to get into that yet because it's just a lot of information to break down. I hope you can analyze and collect the information you gather right here, right now on the first 5. In the next video, I will break down the other 5. But if you want to see the whole thing, I did record a 20-minute video, but it's 20 minutes, so that's why I broke it down to 2 parts. So if you want to see that, you can. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you liked the video, and make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you can see part 2 of the other strategies. The other confirmation. So we have price moving up quickly. I have a video breakdown. Multiple confirmations must line up. Low volume on red candles, high volume on green candles. Less than 3 red candles on a pullback, and a pullback is less than 50% of the move. But I'm gonna show that in the next video. So yeah, that is it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. I already know. Yeah, I already said this. I'm repeating myself at this point. But yeah, this was Josh Tradeward, and thank you for watching. Peace.